Retro Rock plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and it's time for another haul video. Haven't done one of these in about, what, a month? And so it's time. Actually, I've got a bunch of stuff I got to clear out of here, so whenever I have to clean up, that's basically haul video time. Got a lot of cool stuff, actually, and some stuff that's going to come up again in videos. Sorry, my schedule's been a little bit off for the last week. However, note that this week I'll be back on to my normal recording schedule, which means XD Live will be on, and also some new stuff that you haven't seen before, and back to some old stuff again too, and you'll figure that out from what I got here. Yeah, so if I seem a little bit tired or off, I am sorry about that. It's been it's been a rough couple weeks, man. I gotta tell you, I did the Game Holcom. Not this weekend, but last weekend. I'm recording this on Sunday, and that was a great time. We had a lot of interviews. It was a great time. That's with Guys, Games, and Beer, obviously. The podcast, if you want to check them out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net, there's a whole bunch of interviews of indie board game creators there. It was a great time. Just met a lot of great people. It was really fun. But then this morning, we decided that it would be a really good idea to go kayaking on the Root River. And if you don't know the Root River, I mean, chances are you're not from Racine. But Racine's Root River is basically, it flows into Lake Michigan. Well, everybody's does, but you know, it's the spot where it flows into Lake Michigan. And it's laden with bars along it with docks on it. So anyway, we ended up stopping at one of the local bars and having some Bloody Marys and such, so that hurt a little bit. So I spent some of the afternoon resting. I had kind of an Emperor Palpatine thing going on the camera. It doesn't look like that in real life, but that's weird. Anyway, why don't we get to the haul stuff? I'm going to start with, I guess, one of the more important things that I've been asked about in recent times, and that, of course, is my GPD Win, which has arrived. I am working on the video on it. There's footage shot. There's just a whole lot to cover. I'm trying to decide what I should cut out and what I should keep and what I should add. There's a lot of stuff to cover on this. There's good, there's bad, there's ugly. All in all, I will say that I love the device. There's a couple mistakes that they made in it that were really annoying, but it's pretty darn amazing. Oh, it's out of juice. Guess I should have put it on the charger. Anyway, if you don't know what this is a Windows 10 handheld gaming device. Of course, Windows 10 being the pain in the butt part because it's really hard to see on a tiny screen. However, when this thing is playing games, it's freaking amazing, and it's amazing what it can play, and it's annoying what it can't play. So the video is going to be filled with stuff about, hey, you know, the GPD Win, it's awesome, but it's no, it's worth it. It's just, it's got so much going on. It tries to do so much that it's hard for it to succeed at everything, but it largely does succeed. I love the device. Don't get me wrong. I do have some criticisms of it. I'm like that. I can't stop criticizing. Anyway, let's go look at the next thing. My wife picked me this one up. It's Pokemon Stadium. No, I didn't have there. I didn't have Pokemon Stadium before, so there it is. Pokemon, you're my best friend. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but I do like Pokemon Stadium because it doesn't require as much, you know, Pokemoning to do. It's just fighting. It's the part I like. Next, I got Action Bass. I have a there we go. I have a fishing controller for the PlayStation, so I figured this would be a great thing to test it on. It was $2, so I'm not gonna read it all because honestly, the light. Man, I can't read it. Why would they do that? Did you see the writing on that? Can you read that? That's redonkulous. Read the highlight. It's the pulse pounding white knuckle action of bass fishing is here. Yep. And the rest pretty much unreadable because they used blue on a green background. Still, nice pickup. Not great, but nice. This is better. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Here's the back of it. I'll take some snapshots of the back so you can get a little bit better view of this. In my quest for redemption, I must control time itself. Deceived by the treacherous vizier. God, why do they gotta do unpronounceable names or weird names? Yeah, somebody's gonna tell me that isn't easy to pronounce name. Bite me. I was led to unleash the sands of time curse upon the Sultan's kingdom. With little but an ancient dagger and a devious princess to aid me, I must undo my fatal mistake. Mine is a fight for survival, not glory. I got this game for the for the Mac of all things, and my Mac, not my current Mac, obviously, it was a long time ago. You know, Xbox is running around, but my Mac was too weak to run it, and it ran terribly. So it played through the first chapter okay and sucked. So now I can finish it on the Xbox, which of course I have. PlayStation 2, Burnout 3 Takedown. Need I say more? Burnout being a wonderful game. Right behind Flat Out, Burnout is one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, my favorite racing game of all time. It's a great game. It doesn't say much here, but it says, don't fight traffic, destroy it, race the world. 40 racetracks, 17 game modes, and 67 vehicles. Shift into overdrive in full 6-player races. Sorry, 8-player races. And create the world's biggest wrecks in crash mode. Awesome. I mean, what else can you say about it? Next, we have Trigger Man. I have no idea about this. It was $2, so I bought it. It looked interesting. It's got great art on the front. Here's the back. I've heard of it before, but I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? It happens. And more tiny print. And I don't have my glasses, so it says, nobody threatens our family. Nobody. And unpronounceable names. Yeah. Anyway, Trigger Man features 8 mobster missions in the name of the, god darn it, Coladanglio family. Engage in the destruction of rival gang operations, intimidation or assassination of witnesses and rival mob leaders, and wounding a soldier here and there as a message to his boss. Realistic locales. Search through deserted loading docks, duke it out in a fine Italian restaurant, or scour a casino for your prey. There are many locations for your enemies to hide. Knife cam. Use a special throwing knife to rub out your opponent. I saw rub and it's like rub your opponent. Gonna rub your opponents. To rub out your enemies silently from a distance. When you throw a knife, a first-person camera attaches to it and allows you to steer as it flies towards your victim. Sounds fun. I'm going to try it. Fable. Very popular game. Also on the $2 list. I got a lot of these. We've got a new thrift store in town, and the first day they opened, they had like a whole bunch of video games and stuff that they probably stored up from the other stores, you know, because it's like a chain one. So the other ones got robbed for this one, I'm pretty sure. That's my story anyway, and I'm going to stick by it even if reality doesn't match it, so don't try to correct me. For every choice, a consequence. Imagine a world where every choice and action determines what you become, where you evolve in real time based on every little thing you do. Introducing Fable, an RPG action adventure unlike any you've ever dreamed of. I'm going to assume you're not a first-time viewer, because usually these are just people who regularly watch. My buddy Larry, who you've heard of before on here, calls this game great and a great disappointment at the same time, so I'm kind of excited to play it. That's something Larry'd say. Definitely. Next, Halo. For God's sake, I hope you know what this is. I'll read part of the back just because. You should know what it is. Yeah, one of the best shooters ever. Man, this is a mess of text. You are the last of your kind. Bred for combat. Built for war. You're the master of any weapon. Pilot of any vehicle. And fear no enemy. Well, that is a really good, that's a nice description. I love playing Halo Online, by the way. I loved Halo 3. My favorite things to play. And I finished Halo when it first came out on the Xbox. I mean, who the heck didn't, right? Good game, though. Nice to add to the collection. I didn't actually have Halo. I had a Halo 2. Next, we got God of War, a series I never really got into. I played it a couple times on the PSP, so I'm excited to have it here. It looked fun, so I'm willing to try it out. You are Kratos, and you will murder the God of War. The epic adventure of conquest, destiny, and revenge. That's exciting. I don't know if you're hearing the noises in the background, but it's a bunch of my friends messaging back and forth, which I should have shut off, and I usually do before I do these videos. Also, I usually have the green screen, which is sitting over there. Quality. Again, more quality out of my videos. I can't wait for the comments about this thing hanging up behind me. That looks freaking weird. God of War 2. You are Kratos, the new God of War. The epic odyssey continues as you set out to alter that which no mortal or god has ever changed. Your fate. The end begins. So is 3 like the end ends? Did I get another one? No, I didn't. Oh, these I just picked up yesterday, though. Hey, these are awesome. I'm pretty happy about these. One I picked up, Heroes of the Pacific. I like flying games without too much depth. Ha! Got it. So, yeah, pretty cool. The most intense dogfighting action of the year. Join the great pilots of the Pacific. Features dogfight with over 150 on-screen planes. Sweet. Pilot 36 detailed World War II aircraft. 26 missions from the entire Pacific campaign. Dramatic, action-packed storyline. Online multiplayer action for up to 8 players. Ooh, nice. Never played it before. DT Racer. Is this like Detox Racer? Are these like drug addicts racing? What is this game? I don't get it. DT Racer. At least they didn't call it DP Racer. Would have been worrisome. Extreme Tuner Racing hits a whole new level of no-holds-bar racing. DT Racer drops you onto 22 of the slickest tracks around the globe. Completely fine-tune every inch of your car's handling and performance with unlimited customization. And when you are done, put your foot to the floor and show them what you've got. Graphics look really nice on it. Nice looking game. I like racers. Also got Silent Scope. This is another popular game for the day. Unfortunately, I don't have a CRT screen. One of these days I'm going to have to get a CRT screen so I can actually play gun games again. But if I see one that I don't see regularly, which Silent Scope is a game I don't see regularly, look at that, it was $2. I grab it. And it's covered, unfortunately, by a sticker. So all I can really read is maximum skill, maximum thrill. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot there for text to read. For me. Apologies, apologies, apologies. All right, I think we are through the games themselves. What else did I get? Well, I got the... Man, I just got rid of one of these like a few years back, but here we go. Look at that. I want to do a video on it, though. It's the Golden Tee Home Edition. So, yeah, it's Golden Tee, and it's got... It's got the rollerball on it, which is pretty darn awesome, right? Cannot complain about that. And it was dirt cheap, so well worth. There we go. Much better. Golden Tee. So anyway, yeah, worth picking up. Pretty neat. I'm sure it'll be a huge hit nowhere. There's some... Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay, good. Also picked up an Xbox controller. My wife found this one. I went through the same section, didn't catch it, but the only reason I picked it up is because this thing is clean. Hold on a minute. Let's unwind it. It looks just beautiful. Like it just came off the showroom floor. See? Really nice. Just no wear on it at all. How much was it? It was a little steep. It was $4, but I mean, look at it. It's in great shape. It's too bad it's not one of the big ones, but still. Yeah. Not bad at all. So I'm happy about that. And my collection and my growing collection of Xboxes can always use controllers. That's the thing I'm always missing. Speaking of controllers, look at this beaut. Didn't notice that when I picked this up, but I did pick up another PlayStation 2 Slim, because as we know, I'm never going to collect PlayStation 2 stuff, right? I have 4 of these now, by the way. I got 3 Slims and 1 Fatty. In fact, I got another Fatty sitting right here. And, yeah, just keep buying them, you know. It came with all the cords and everything. It's got the power supply. I figure the power supply is worth $15, and that's how much this was. So, no problem. Really, the long hair decision, not the best. But I like the way it looks. Plus, I can do this. Yeah. Right. Okay, one last thing. And this is the thing we're going to get a video out of, because I haven't played one of these yet. I've heard of these, but I'd never seen them in the wild before. So this is the Activision TV game system. It is a weird looking thing, isn't it? It looks... I can't say what it looks like, but it's a little freaky. And obviously we're going to do a video on this. Obviously we have to play every game that's in this little guy. This is, of course, when TV games became like a daily... Wait, you know what? It says copyright 2000? Huh, that means it predates most of Jack's Pacific stuff. It says 2000 on the back. I'm not kidding. Take a look. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if this camera's good enough. If you can see it, 2000, so it predates it. Huh. Well, that's going to be dang interesting. The controller, these feel very rubbery. I mean, they are like they're like a piece of rubber, really. And then they've got shoulder buttons, which is kind of weird, too. I'm kind of curious to see what's on this. But I have no idea, because I didn't research it at all. I just picked it up because it was, I don't have the label, man. It was $2 at a thrift shop. That's awesome. Can't beat it. It's going to be a bunch of kids' games, isn't it? Somebody out there probably knows what games are on there, and they're like, dude, you shouldn't have even paid $2 for it. But anyway, that is it. Other than the fact that I picked up a Sound Blaster, and I think I've got another video on the new computer I've picked up, so feel free to check that one out. It's been a busy buying day. I'm going to go into the not buying anything stage for a little bit, for a couple months, but that's fine because there's plenty of games to play with what I've got. And plenty of videos to do, of course, on the GPD XD and the new GPD Win. So that'll keep us busy. There's also the Pico 8. Oh yeah, that is one thing I'm doing. I'm building a Pico 8 console. I got a buddy, Tom, has a 3D printer, so I can print out like custom logos and stuff for it. Like that'll be, you know, like an actual production. Could it be like an actual production? Jesus. Oh, man, I am so sorry. Alright, anyway, it's going to be a neat project. I'll be showing that pretty soon once I get some of the parts in. I ordered some parts, and they sent me, like, totally something different. So, that'll be coming in, and I'll do a short video on how that's progressing as well. That's like a 5-minute video, unlike this long video. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Do subscribe, and thumbs up. Bye.
Retro Rocks Gaming Videos.